Friends, we are very happy to inform you that e-modules are prepared for B.Ed program at Telangana by the School of Education, Osmania University under Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Scheme MHRD New Delhi. It's indeed our pleasure to share with the teacher educators and the prospective teachers and get maximum benefit out of it. It's a first of its attempt by us. We continue to add many more such lessons to share with you all.
I am Rafia Sultana, Assistant Professor from Ghulam Ahmed College of Education. I will be speaking about the subtopic that is the 6.5. It is about the communicative language teaching approach. Now, before going to the in-depth of it, let us see what are we going to learn about this topic, that is the communicative language teaching, the approach. Now, coming to the content which we are going to discuss in this is the objectives of communication approach, the concept of it and meaning and the background of the communication approach. What are the characteristics of it and what are the principles involved in the communication approach? What is the role of the teacher in the classroom and what is the role of the student in the communicative classroom? What can be the classroom activities related to the communication? What are the merits and demerits? Because every method and every approach has its advantages and disadvantages. So, communication approach will also have the merits and demerits. So, we'll be seeing merits and demerits of this approach. And there will be evaluation, that is few questions will be there to have your self check what all the things we have gained through this one. And there are at the last we have references that will help you to get more information related to the communication approach. Now, let us see what are the objectives of this communicative language teaching. The first objective is to provide the real and meaningful communicative situations. Children, here in communicative teaching learning process, there is a two-way process. The teacher and the learners are totally involved in it. So, here we are giving the real and meaningful communicative situations through which you will develop the 4 basic skills, that is listening, speaking, reading, writing in order. It also helps to motivate the learners to learn and use communication skills. Apart from this, it also helps the learners to present a topic in context as natural as possible. That is, the learners are more creative. So, this will give an opportunity to express or present themselves in their creative, depending upon the situation and on the context provided to them. The next objective is to improve the communicative proficiency of the skills including reading and writing, listening and speaking, that is following the order LSRW. So, all the 4 skills will be developed among the learners. Then the objective is to focus on the grammatical, discourse, functional and social linguistic competencies in communication. So, these are the different competences which are related to the communication, that are grammatical competence, discourse competence, functional competence and social linguistic competence. So, this will help and this approach will focus on this pattern. The next objective is to engage the learners in the pragmatic and functional use of the language. That is, we are talking about the communication process where the students are actively involved, the students have to participate in. Pragmatism is the philosophy which talks about the experimentations, making practical use of it. So, here the students are involved practically in the situation and gaining the information. So, this will be encourage or engage the learners in that practical aspects. The other objective of the communicative language teaching is to enhance the productivity of the language in a scientific way, that is the systematic way. That is, we will first get the information, analyze it and organize it in a logical sequence order. So, the learners will get the productivity of the language in a scientific way. Apart from this, it also helps the learners to appreciate the learners to engage in the linguistic interaction with the real life situation. For an example, if you are dealing with the poem, it will help the learners to appreciate the beauty of the poem, the efforts of the author and the similes which are used or metaphors, that is the figurative structures which are using in the literature, that learners will be able to appreciate those elements. it will help them in this one. Apart from this, it also develops the fluency. It will lay more importance in the fluency. Fluency is given first priority than accuracy. So, according to this, communication will have fluency and accuracy, both the things. So, these are few objectives of the communicative approach. Now, we will see what are the concept and meaning of it one. Communicative approach is an approach or a method of teaching a foreign language which stresses the importance of learning to communicate with each other. That is, what are you communicating over here? We are communicating information or ideas or thoughts in a language. So, this approach will stress on the importance of learning to communicate, the importance and the ideas in the language. So, in other words, we can just say that it is a kind of a foreign language which is based on the communication using the target language, that is English. So, what is this communication we are talking about? That is learning to communicate information. So, what is this communication? Communication, it is the process of exchanging your information, your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, how you feel it, your emotions, your sad and good emotions, happy emotions, tough, easy, whatever it is, the speech and the signals which you are using, that also conveys the meaning to it, your writing and your behavior. All these are the communication through which you are using to communicate the information. So, communication is the process of exchanging your ideas. So, this exchange of ideas to communicate something is done in a target language. So, this is called as a communicative approach. There is a link provided to you. If you go on to this link, you will get the clear concept and definition of the communicative approach. Now, coming to the background or the history of the communicative approach. This communicative approach has been emerged in the early 1970s as a result of the work of the British Council, that is the Council of Europe experts. A group of experts, they saw that there is a need to focus in communicative proficiency rather than mastery of the structures. So, before communicative approach, we were stressing or we were giving more importance to the structural approach and the situational approach, which lay more importance to the structures. But communicative approach says that there is a need to improve the communicative proficiency rather than giving more mastery over the structures. So, based upon the need felt, D.A. Wilkinson, he proposed a functional or communicative definition of a language. He said that according to him, language that serves as a basis for developing communicative syllabuses for the language teaching is called as a communicative approach. So, Wilkinson's contribution was an analysis of the communicative meaning that a language learners need to understand and express rather than to describe the core of language through traditional concepts of grammar and vocabulary, all those things. So, he says that more importance should be given to the expression, to the understanding of the learners. So, the language should be taught in such a way the child should be involved in it, the child should understand it and express their feelings or the thoughts, that is communication. So, he said that more importance should be given to this communication process. Then other psychologists like the linguistic also as well as the psychologist. Chomsky, he was a great linguistic as well as a psychologist who held that linguistic theory is concerned primarily with the ideal speaker first, listener in a completely homogeneous speech community. That is, when there is a listener and speaker, they turns their chances. The listener becomes speaker and speaker will become the listener, who knows his language perfectly and is influenced by such grammatical irrelevant conditions. This was the theory which was proposed by the Noam Chomsky. So, he is concentrated on the listening and speaking ability of the learners. Apart from this, there are few terms which are given importance in this theory, that was the communicative competence. There are rules of use without which the rules of grammar would be useless. They said there are certain rules to use without which the rules of grammar would be useless. If you are not using such rules, then the grammar cannot be useful to it. So, when you are teaching grammar, you have to follow certain rules. So, Noam Chomsky and Himes are the linguistics who has proposed this communicative competency, and they said that communicative approach can be taught to the students by focusing on the speaking and listening ability of the learners. Now, coming to the characteristics of the communicative language teaching. The communicative language teaching, it emphasizes to encourage the learners in real life situations in the classroom so that they can understand and communicate in the real world. For example, if you are creating a situation to converse on the topic certain thing that which is related to the real life situation, the child will be involved in it, they come up with their ideas and they will know how to adjust now in that situation. When they are put into the real life situation, when they go out of the school, then they will realize in such a situation we can do this one. So, they will be communicating in the real world also. Normally, this communicative language teaching focuses on the fluency of the learner rather than on accuracy of grammar. And learners acquire their accuracy gradually and naturally. They say first fluency should be developed, and this fluency will be developed only through speaking, by communicating. So, first priority should be given to the fluency, then accuracy. Automatically accuracy will come because the child will know how to use the words. So, ease of the flow of the words will be coming along with this fluency. So, they said accuracy will be automatically coming when you have the fluency. This was the other characteristics of the communicative language teaching. Then the third characteristic is the communicative language teaching also believes that communication is a fundamental objectives of a language, and the learners needs to develop all skills of language, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. So, all the 4 sub skills of a language are given equal importance, and according to this approach all these things should be given equal importance and should be acquired by the learners. So, further the teacher should play a major role to develop these skills among the students. So, these are the few characteristics of communicative language teaching. Now, we will move on to the other characteristics children over here. It offers the opportunity to join in teacher-learner and learner-learner interaction in the classroom, because certain activities or opportunities are given to the students where teacher is communicating with the learner, teacher and learner interaction is taking place. In group discussions, the learners are interacting with each other. So, learner-learner interaction will take place. So, communicative approach teaching will emphasize this teacher-learner and learner-learner interaction in the classroom. Then the next characteristic is it focuses on the use of the techniques, because the teacher when uses the different techniques, it encourages the learners in participating in such an environment in the classroom. For example, if we give group work or the pair works, that will create more interest in the students, competition will be more in that one. It also agrees with the perception on individual work. If we give individual work, the perceptions and creativity of the learners will be enhanced. So, communicative learning teaching emphasizes on this individual work. As well as in communicative language teaching, grammar is the second option, not the first option. Grammar is the second option of the learners, and they discover and internalize the grammatical rules and functions themselves, because once they are acquainted with the communication, automatically the child will learn the grammatical rules also along with it, because without the use of the rules of the grammar which you are using in the sentences is useless, as it is given by the Noam Chomsky and Himes. It also uses authentic language material. In the communicative language teaching, authentic material, teaching material is used, so that the students find the similarity between the classroom activities and the real world. So, such type of authentic language materials that are based upon the needs of the learners has to be prepared by the experts, and that should be used in the classroom where the child finds similarities between the material of the classroom activities and the real world. Now, coming to the role of the teacher. What is the role of the teacher here? Teacher plays a major role. As we all know, she is the model, facilitator, guide, advisor, communicator and all those things. So, we can say the teacher is a facilitator, teacher is an advisor, teacher is a co-communicator. Apart from this, teacher also plays various roles. Teacher is a supervisor also. Teacher facilitates, as we say, the teacher provides the opportunity to the students task is given by the teacher by giving the hints. The student's performance will be analyzed by the teacher. So, teacher is a well organizer also. The teacher gives opportunities, creates and organize the situations to them. Activities are being given to the students. Facilitator, if any information is required, any help is required or clue is required, teacher provides certain clues to the students in the interaction. Advisor, if the students need some types of suggestion for their work, for their improvement, teacher is ready to give the advice to carry out the work easily. Co-communicator, as we all said that communicative language teaching is a two-way process. So, teacher here also is a co-communicator, communicates with the learners, interacts with the learners and supervise the work of the learners. So, now what can be the role of the student over here? Here active participation is more. So, more active role is there on the students side. The students are communicators here because the students are involved in the activities. Students are put into the different activities where they have to come up on their own. Sometimes pair work is given, sometimes individual work is given, sometimes group work is given. So, the students should be ready to cooperate, communicate their ideas with the group members as well as with the teacher. So, students are here the communicators. They work actively in negotiating, meaning to understand others and to be understood. How it happens when you give the group discussions children or we keep it in the debate, the students will learn to express their views, put their views in front of the others, make them understand it through this group discussions and debates of it. Negotiation will be done against the things. So, all these skills will be developed among the students. So, students are the communicators, they are the negotiators and they can express their views to the students, other students. Now, coming to the activities which can be carried out in the communicative language classroom. So, here we can use different activities, number of activities can be given to the students. First of all, at the primary level or at the higher level, so you can ask them look and tell, that is you can give different situations. For example, you can show a picture and you can ask them look and tell something about it. For example, if you give an eraser also, you can just show them the students and tell them to speak about the eraser. They will relate the eraser things, uses of eraser along with the real life experiences or situations, that they will communicate their ideas fluently and express their ideas freely to the students. Now, guessing game, you can play the guessing game, you can narrate a story, but do not give the climax to them. Let them predict, let them guess what is the climax. So, that will help to think divergently. The thinking ability will be improved when you are playing with the guessing games of it. Then creating a story. Tell them now you create a story on your own with the same topic what we have discussed it right now. Topic will be the same, you narrate a story of your own. Then you will come to see that the students come up with different creative stories and every story will be the excellent piece of the work. Then we have the role play. Assign the task relate from the literature part or from the text what is given to you. Ask them to write the script and demonstrate it. That will help to gain the confidence, that will help them to get the fluency and accuracy, help them to gain the grammatical command over it. It will help to get the competencies in different things. So, the child will acquainted with the competencies of communication with all these activities. So, it is the teacher who can give number of activities. We have different activities also like the newspaper reading, radio and television broadcasts, menus will be there, weather forecasting will be there, timetables will be there. You can ask them to read a small paragraph from the newspaper every day in the morning assembly or in the classroom, or you can in the library you can ask them to go through the newspaper. That will help them to get enriched with the vocabulary. Radio and television broadcasting, they can have the listening skills, what they have listened, they can interpret it. So, they will get the correct pronunciation also, pronunciation ability, speaking ability will be developed and the listening ability will be developed through it one. We have menus, weather forecast. If you ask them to go through the menus and just put the questions based upon that one, it will improve the retention power of the students. We will find out how much they have retained in their mind. Weather forecasts and timetables will help them to know exact things which are going on around it. Then we have stories and all those things. WH type of questions can be used in the classroom. That is what, why, when, where, who. So this will be the different things. Why, they will understand and give the reasons for this one. What, the recall and recognition question answers will be given to it. When it has happened, they'll recollect it. Where it has happened, then again they will recollect and recognize where it was happened. Who did it? They will talk about the particular person who has done this one. So different types of situations can be given to this one by imposing the questions with the WH type of things. Then we have simulations, creating the situations to motivate the students to learn certain particular things. Now the next one is the advantages of communicative approach. When compared to the other methods like the grammar translation method, direct method, Dr. West method, bilingual method, structural method approach and situational approach, there are many advantages in the communicative approach. It lays emphasis on the usage of the language because communication is given more importance. The learner should communicate in the language that is in the target language. So the child will develop the speaking ability. So the first advantage is we are given more emphasis on the usage of the language. Second one is the based upon the practical utility. All the activities which you are dealing in the classroom will be based on the practical aspects because the child will be relating it with the real situation, real world. So practical ability will be developed with this. Leadership will be developed among the students. Confidence will be developed in this one. Then the third advantage is develops the speech ability and fluency because we are stressing on the communication, expressing their ideas in different situations, coming up with their thoughts. So fluency is being given more importance rather than accuracy. Then after this we have laying stress. It lays stress on functional value of the language. Rather than grammar, the communicative approach lays more stress on the functional values of the language, that is the usage of the language, how in which situation the learner is using the language. This is given more importance. Apart from this, the child will develop confidence because speaking is given more importance. They have to given more importance in the speaking as well as the writing to express themselves. So it can be done in orally or written, they gain confidence. They are free to express themselves and they learn cooperation, leadership qualities are developed apart from this one. They are very creative. Creativity is also being developed, enhanced through this method. So overall development will take place through this communicative approach. Now let us see a few disadvantages of the communicative approach. Many advantages are there, but few disadvantages are there in the communicative language also. Teaching, that is, here it ignores the grammar. If we are talking about the functions of the language here, more practical things are given only on the language part. Here grammar is given less importance. So this approach ignores the grammar. Grammatical rules are being ignored over here. We require trained teachers which are not available at present. There are many trained teachers, but in few schools we will not find these trained teachers where everything will be creating the situation, providing the situation in which the students can communicate. The teachers should have competency over all the aspects. So few teachers will be lacking behind in this one. And every student is not able to learn because there are slow learners also in the classroom. This approach will be helpful for the average, below average as well as the creative students, above average, exceptional children also, gifted children. But who are very slow learners, it will not be suitable for them because they cannot come up with their own things and express themselves freely. So it is not suitable to such students. It ignores the structures. We are talking about the language, communication of expressors. So less importance is given to the structures and the vocabulary in this approach. So there are many advantages and disadvantages of this approaches. Few more things we will just discuss over here is in the advantages. This technique increases the teacher-student relationship. As I said, two-way communication is taking place. So that relationship in the bond between the teacher and the learner will be developed. That will be increased. So it is an interactive relationship which is being developed in this approach. And the CLT, that is a communicative language teaching, will provide the opportunity for the students to be aware of their abilities and exhibit them. Because students are very creative, if situations are given to them, opportunity is provided, they will be aware of the abilities which are hidden in themselves, and they will exhibit their talents to it. And one more advantage is the students in this way can learn the target language in an enjoyable way. It will not create any boredom. The students will love to learn it. They will be enjoying this one. So, the students' creativity will be enhanced, the speaking ability is developed, listening is developed, leadership qualities are developed, teacher and student relationship is also being, bond is increased, developed, and they enjoy the session a lot. These are the advantages of it. Now, coming to the few more disadvantages of this approach. Their requirements are difficult. That is, the creating every time a situation is a difficult task for the teacher also. Not all classrooms can allow for groups work activities and for teaching aids and material. In every class, it is not possible that the teacher should provide a group work and group activities, and the teaching aids are used for that one. And the next advantage is, it is a controversial whether it can be used in every level of student. It is not possible if it is the students are above a higher level or the lower level. The same thing cannot go side by side, hand by hand. So, it is a controversy which is going that which can be used or not at every level of the students. Then the next disadvantage is the teacher should prepare the syllabus by taking students' interest and needs into account. However, the energy and time of the teachers are limited. Every time the teacher cannot assess the need, find out each and everyone's need, that is a difficult task for the teacher. Energy and time of the teacher is very limited. In the prescribed time, the teacher has to complete the syllabus. So, how the teacher can concentrate on the needs of every individual student, and the energy which she has to keep on it, it is not sufficient for it one. So, these are the few disadvantages of the communicative language teaching, but in spite of these disadvantages, this communicative teaching is playing a major role in the present scenario also. Many teachers will be using this method in this approach in their classroom teaching. Through this communicative language teaching, the teaching is very effective for the teachers, as well as the learning is effective for the learners. So, it is the teacher who has to think about the various aspects, various strategies and the methods and approaches that can be suitable in the classroom. Now, here are the few questions like defining the communicative approach and what are the principles involved in the communicative language teaching, and what are the classroom activities with examples of the communicative teaching will help to know you also to how to work out when you are dealing in the classroom as a teacher trainee. When you go for your internships, you will be well aware of these activities and you will try to implement them. And giving the few details about the communicative language teaching and the competencies that are involved in the communicative language teaching. So, all this will help you to develop yourself when you are working or going for an internship in the various schools. This will help to make your lessons effective, teaching effective in the classroom. So, this was about the evaluation, and these are the few references, and there are few links provided to you that will give you more information related to it and the things which you can learn it and retain it for a longer time. Have a nice time, children. Thank you so much for listening for this with the patience.